All right, guys, welcome to podcast number 3. And you guys are lucky. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Philadelphia Police Academy, my experience with that, and a little bit more in depth onto why I didn't get in. So, to be honest with you, it was more or less because I was a fucking pussy. I was a weak-minded person. Now, keep in mind, I was strong. I was in shape. I could run for miles. I still can. I worked really hard. I trained really hard to... Flyers just lost. Awesome. I trained really hard to get to that point, and sometimes this may happen to you guys, but there was one fuck up. And somebody said in the things, do you think it's a YouTube? It's a possibility, but I think more or less it's because I was a weak bitch. And how was I a weak bitch? Well, they give you a book called a PDQ. It's called a Personal Data Questionnaire. You have to fill it out honestly and accurately. I had my problems years ago, growing up, 29, 28, 27. I had an addiction problem. It wasn't for that entire period. It was on and off here and there. I just been through a lot at that point in my life. I had lost my home. It foreclosed. I had lost my car. I had lost my side business. I had lost my job. Well, I quit the job, but I couldn't find a good one at the time after that. And just a lot of things were falling apart at that time and period, 2010, 2009. And now I'm going to be 36 years old, although I thought I was going to be 35 this year, but anyway. So how was I a weak bitch? Well, I'm not that person anymore. And at this point, I've led myself to believe that it's when I bring up those things, like I just told you, that puts you in a mind state of, well, that's who I was. I get it. That is who I was. And that struggle and that bullshit that I went through made me the man I am today. But self-consciously, it also puts you in that place where that's who you were. Like, think about it, and you're going to be a fucking cop, dude. You know, and it just made me think about it. And the more I thought about it, it's like, you know, was I lying if I didn't put it on there? No, I don't think I would have been. And I think that's the answer that they wanted. And I think that's why I am not a police officer right now. Because had everything went smoothly, I would have already been out of the academy by now. My friend just graduated about a month ago. So he was in my class, man. I would have been a cop right now. And that sucks because I really want it. It's my job that I've always wanted to do. And it just sucks. It does. And I could keep going and pushing to do it, but I don't like school, which is why I've never been good at school. I like to focus on things I like to focus on, not on what somebody's telling me. Which is why when I was in like fucking 4th grade and 3rd grade, when they wanted to give me Ritalin, my mom took me off that shit because all it made me do was make me draw more and do what I wanted to do more, not, oh, it'll make him focus more. Yeah, only on what I want to do, not focus on what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So, how did it make me a weak bitch? Well, the answer is pretty simple. By me writing down that and admitting, freeingly admitting, there's no reason for me to admit that. There was no fucking way they would have ever found out that I did what I did. And guys, I don't want to get into it. Pick a drug. I've done it. Let's just say that, okay? And I put it all in that fucking paper like an asshole. Look, if you guys are going to relate to this podcast and you're going to fucking follow me on YouTube and shit, you're going to have to know the truth. And the truth may fucking hurt and the truth may suck. But nonetheless, it's the fucking truth, and it's the rawest I can give it to you. None of this affects who I am now, is what I'm getting to. But putting it into that fucking paper like that really made me go into that state. Like, wow, that is who the fuck I am. I'm a fucking ex-junkie. And by no fucking means was I a junkie. Okay? I went to work every fucking day, no matter what. I spent all my fucking money on drugs, lost my S2. I had a Honda S2000. I had an Infiniti i30T. I had a fucking mortgage. I was 27 years old. Who do you know that had a mortgage when they're 27 years old and a $35,000 sports car with another four-door luxury car at 27 and self-made? It's not like my mom fucking bought me the S2000 and co-signed. I bought all this shit myself. I bought the house when I was 21 fucking years old. Though it was the greatest decision of my life, I still consider it as one of the dumbest things I did in my life because I was just too young and too stupid. I just didn't know. So I hope you guys can relate because, look, honesty is why you're here. I give it to you as raw as I possibly can. It is what the fuck it is. I did what I did, but it doesn't affect who I am now. But when it comes to the police, I put me in such a weak state of mind going back to that person who I was, having to write that in that paper. I did this amount, and then sitting there at the interview, and I didn't have all the amounts right because, like I said, I wasn't really a fucking drug addict. I wasn't like an everyday binger. I wasn't like missing from work for weeks at a time. Like I always went to fucking work. Sometimes I didn't even get high. Sometimes I just would deal with it and be sick or whatever the fuck. I wasn't really that fucked up from it because I didn't really get like sick until I started really getting deep into pills and stuff, and then I started getting sick and all that shit. Withdrawal sucks, but you have to fucking fight it. You have to fight it. You can't sub out something for something else. That's not how it fucking works. That's still being addicted. And for people who think it's not a mental disease, I've been through addiction in its worst state. The worst state you can possibly imagine. Okay, think about this now for a second, because you hear a lot of fucking people talk about addiction that don't know shit about it. And, I went to the doctor once and they gave me painkillers and I got addicted to it for like a week. No. I was $275,000 in debt because of my addiction. Anyway, I lost a house, I lost cars, I lost everything. Friends, girlfriends, dogs, dads, you name it, I fucking lost it. Guys, and ladies, going back to that person that I was on that paper like that, it just made me feel like a piece of fucking shit because that's what I was. That's what the fuck I was. And by writing it down on that paper, I was believing myself that I was still that person. It's just, as fucked up as that sounds, that's now I know why that detective was the way he was, because I could have fucking went in there and been like a confident, cocky fuck like I should have been, but I choked up and froze because I was a fucking pussy. Don't be that guy, and you'll be a cop. I didn't. I'm not the man I am now 2 years ago when this happened. Because if it was now, it would be a different story. I know this shit now. But when he was asking me, well, how much cocaine? Well, how much weed did you smoke? Well, how much? I need exact amounts. And I'm like, I don't know, 50? I didn't fucking know what to tell him because I didn't know what the answer was myself even. Because it's a person that I didn't even really exist for, they were forcing it to exist, which, you know what I'm saying? And it made it exist after that. I fucking started it by writing it on there. They didn't know shit about it. I've never been convicted as a fucking criminal. I've never been convicted with a drug crime because I never really got that heavy into it. I was just kind of a fucking dumbass kid, like really. A dumbass grown kid, let's just put it like that. because I was a grown man that could make my own decisions. I made a lot of bad decisions in my 20s. A lot of really fucking dumb, bad decisions. And I paid for it. I paid my fucking dues. Okay? I lost my fucking dog. I lost my fiance. Well, girlfriend, whatever. I call her fiance. Whatever. Fuck that. Dog, girlfriend, houses, cars, whatever. Like, all that shit's bullshit. The dog was the worst. My father, I knew he was going to die anyway. He was all fucked up and shit. Vietnam, fucking crazy. So, but when Angel died, when my dog got stabbed, innocent fucking dog, he got killed for no fucking reason. That was it for me. I was like, dude, what am I fucking doing? So, and I always wanted to be a cop, so that's when I really started, like, pushing on it. You know, I was already sober for years now. You're looking at 5 years, 6 years, I haven't touched a fucking drug. So it's like people, and I've never did. You see all these things on fucking Facebook now where people are like, oh yeah, fucking 6 months sober. And I get it. You want to be proud of yourself, but be proud of yourself in your own fucking way. Reward yourself. Why do you need to tell people that? It's because what you are doing is in the same exact fucking way that what I did with this cop shit. You're still putting yourself in that state of mind. If in order for you to recover fully, you have to exit that fucking life. You were never that fucking person. It's done. It's over with. You feel me, guys? So if you're going in the police academy and you did something like that, don't fucking put it in there if you want to be a cop. Because if you do, you're not going to get in. I'm telling you right fucking now. If it's anything but a little bit of marijuana that you smoked, don't put it the fuck in there. Because you're going to get disqualified. And that is 100% a fact. There's no way around it. They're just going to look at you and be like, yeah, dude, you're still a fucking idiot. And that's it. And that's what they did. And I don't blame them because I was a fucking weak bitch. And had I sat there and been like, fuck, I've never fucking done that shit. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? This is all I want to be. I'm a fucking soldier. You know, I'm here to serve the city of Philadelphia with my blue badge and ball sack or whatever. I'm just making shit up now, but got to go in there and be a cocky fuck, alpha male. You know, I'd never, chest up, chin up, look, make direct eye contact, make him fucking scared of you. I went in there shitting my pants. He's probably thinking this kid's a fucking pussy. Can't have him out there. So, you know what I mean? That's something I had to deal with over the last year and think about when people kept asking me. And I was all about, woe is me. What the fuck? Woe is me. Woe is me. I fucked up. I fucking should have lied. I should have lied. The fucking detective, he was an asshole. This person was an asshole. I didn't get in because of this person. I didn't get in because I was a fucking bitch. And I couldn't stand up for what I believed in. And what I believed in was that I was no longer I never did any drugs. I never fucking got caught. There was no way for them to know. And you could sit there and talk about that lie detector bullshit all day long. That thing ain't fucking doing dick. It never catches anyone. It's not accurate. And on top of the fact that it goes by if you're nervous or not and all that shit. So if you're going in there confident and believing in yourself, believing that you're not that person, you never did that shit, then you're going to pass. Simple as that. So that's just my word of advice, and that's why I'm not in, guys. It's not because of my fucking YouTube or any of that shit. Now, I have a word of advice for you. If you are thinking about going into the police academy and you do have internet and like if you want to be a cop, don't have social media. Period. And if you do, don't fucking post nothing. If you're gonna post shit, just post normal food shit stuff. Don't post hobbies. Don't post anything that can tell them who you are outside of who you are telling them you are. I'm just telling you guys, they're gonna fucking know it all. They're gonna download all your Facebook pages. They're gonna download your messages. If they want, they can hack into your messages. They will act like 16-year-old horny girls and message you. So be on the lookout for that. I know for a fact that they do that. They will act like little girls and shit and see if you're a pedophile. They do shit like that. And if you think I'm fucking lying, check your messages when you sign up for the police academy on your Facebook. Guarantee you get a spam messages from some fucking young ass looking girl or something. Asking for a dick pic. Don't do it. Don't get rid of the shit. Delete it all. Get the fuck rid of it. I know you want to sit there and blab to all your friends about how, you just signed up for the academy and how you just, ran 3 miles in fucking 8 minutes. All that shit. But, really, when it boils down to it, nobody gives a fuck. Honestly, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. They can say they care, but how many of them are going to show up to your graduation? Huh? Think about that. How many of them are going to show up to your graduation? Well, you're only allowed to invite 3 people, but if you have a graduation party, how many are they going to show up? How many do you want to even invite? So does it even fucking matter? If you're trying to do something, the most important thing is that you try to do it and don't let anything come in your way. And Facebook and social media is a fucking nuisance. It is a mistake that I made. I didn't think my Instagram and stuff was all that great, but they did bring it up. So that's why I'm bringing it up for you guys now, that you're just better off just getting rid of it. You want to really be a cop, so that's what you're going to have to do. So, continuing on from all that bullshit, I just figured I would let you guys know that is the reason why I'm not in. It's nothing but my fault, and if I wanted to keep pushing to do it, I really could. I would just have to go to school, which I don't fucking like. I don't like school. I like what I'm doing now. I love being on this mic in my studio, the camera on, I'm being filmed. I'm fucking loving this right now. This is beautiful. This is everything I wanted to fucking be, all in one. Like, this is my calling. So being a cop or whatever, maybe that shit just ain't for me, I guess. We'll see. I mean, I still like doing the armed guard stuff, but, as far as, this goes, what I'm doing now, it's fucking awesome. I love to inspire. I hope that helps you guys make your decision about what you're going to put in your PDQs and, just don't. It's not lying if you truly believe that you never did it. Just think about it like that, and that's how I should have been thinking about it. I fucking choked up, and is what it is. So what's next? Let's. I wanted to talk about. You guys ever? So I'm single. Okay, I've been single for 4 years now. I think I mentioned that, going on 5. And I was thinking about this Mode 1 that Alan. Fuck is that guy's last name? The writer. He talks about Mode 1, and what Mode 1 is just funny. It's just it's different. It's a different kind of way to approach women, other than what your traditional way would be, like with small talk and all that shit. So basically, when you gauge a woman's attraction level to you, and it's like, okay, a girl's like, hey, you're talking to her and she's giving you body language insinuating that she's attracted to you, meaning like one knee is turned toward you, or maybe she's rubbing up on your leg, or whatever the fuck the case is. You just have to be able to gauge that. And then so you're flirting a little heavier, and then all you do is you're just going to bend in her or whisper in her ear, yo, I just want to slide my fat dick inside your wet pussy right now. Fuck the shit out of you in my car. You like that fat cock, don't you? And you say shit like that to him, right? I don't know if you guys heard that, but you just kind of whisper in her ear, I just want to fuck the shit out of you right now. Right? And 9 times out of 10, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get fucked. You're going to fuck that chick. So, listen, I can contest that this works. It does work. Don't believe me, whatever, don't do it. You might, most women like dirty talk. Now, don't fucking try to do this shit on the internet app. You gotta do it in person. Now, it only works on the internet, Bumble or some of those other sites, if the chick is sending you nudes and let me see your fucking dick and shit. Then it's all right. Chicks like that, though, you want to be a chick like that, because how many times they probably have 100 dudes in their dick pics and shit. That's a weird chick. A girl that wants to see dick pictures is fucking weird. That's just my personal opinion, because a dick a a dick is not attractive, right? I mean, it's just not an attractive thing. That's just my personal part on that. But anyway, most girls don't like the sight of a dick. So, and honestly, is a fucking vagina all that great looking? I mean, they feel nice, but it's not the greatest fucking looking thing in the world. I mean, let's be honest. I'm attracted to more or less legs, the ass, the figure, the face, the smile, the mind, the heart, the fucking shit like that. I don't really give a fuck about, well, if it's well, okay. There can be some nasty things going on down there, but you know what I'm talking about, guys. Let's not get immature here. So anyway, mode 1, it works, but you gotta, like I said, you can't be like walking up to some chick and be like, "What's up, baby? You wanna fuck? You want my fat dick in you, huh?" That's not. You can't do it like that. You gotta be slow and take your time and gauge attraction levels and whisper in her ear and shit and be all fucking smooth. You gotta be like a James fucking Bond. You see a lot of guys and they try to date these fucking women and it's this pussy fucking bullshit that you see in TV and movies, like these fucking writers. You think these writers have a fucking clue what they're doing with women? They have no clue. That guy in the Notebook movie, come on, man. That kind of behavior will land you in prison. You can't wait out front of a girl's window singing songs with fucking letters and shit. She'll call the cops. You think in real life, women in real life don't just magically run out there. "Oh my God, you waited out here for 7 days in the rain and shit. Oh, I love you now." That's not how it fucking works. This girl gonna be like, "You're gonna have a father out there. This fucking weirdo won't leave our driveway and shit." It's, and that's the kind of behavior these movies put in guys' heads. So when they meet a woman and they and then, things are going good and they don't know how to handle it, and then she don't respond after a day and they fucking freak out texting, "Oh my God, what the hell? Why don't you like me? Why? The second you ask a girl why she doesn't like you is the second that she's like, "What do you mean?" No fucking girl on the planet's going to want to date a guy that questions whether or not she likes him or not. And that's just a sad reality of it. If you're questioning that, you should know this. Like me, when I'm talking to a girl, I know that I got you. I don't have to fucking worry about it. I'm not gonna ask you because I fucking know you want me. I know I belong here. And if you don't fucking want me, it's your loss. See you later. And, that pisses some girls off, but, it is what it is. You can't please everyone. So, I had some sports on. We gotta hit on this fucking Eagles game a little bit. Can you believe that fucking kick? I can't fucking believe it. I'm sitting on the edge of this seat right here where I'm at right now. And I'm sitting there watching the game on my phone. And he kicks the fucking ball. And I just, oh my God. And it went right through the fucking, and he calls a timeout, and I'm like, oh my fuck. They were going to lose this game. He's going to kick it right in the same spot. I cannot believe he missed that fucking field goal. That is the funniest shit, but most depressing thing. I've never seen a man lose all his soul in one instant than Cody Parker last night. His soul was sucked out of him through the fucking Eagles' flap of a wing. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, guys. You heard it right here first. I've been saying it for weeks, actually, at work. The Eagles are going to be the Super Bowl champs. They're going to beat the Saints. The Cowboys, I doubt, beat L.A., but if they do, they ain't beating the Eagles. They're not fucking beating the Eagles in a playoff game. That Dak Prescott is not winning a playoff game against the Eagles. Or I don't think they're beating L.A., but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Dallas isn't. Their defense is great, or okay, but they're just, I don't know. They're fucking Dallas. Fuck Dallas. And on the hockey note, we have the Flyers who just got fucking beat by St. Louis. Again, another loss for the Fly Boys. This is what, 5 in a row? 6 in a row? I mean, this is getting fucking ridiculous. What are they doing? Some people are saying they're trying to go for a first-round pick, but you still need to win the fucking goddamn draft. So even if you do, you have to still trade up, because if you get like 7th in the lottery, then what? You're trading Voracek and Simmons for a draft up. Earlier I did a podcast and the camera just stopped, but I think it's because the fucking chip ran out of space on it. And I gotta really stay on top of all this equipment because, I'm trying to really do this, and then like all of a sudden something's like pops up and it's like, fuck. And I recorded it, and then it was like, all right. So it was a pretty good one. I wanted to talk about, too, guys, we should all, as men, be totally self-sufficient this year. I want you to ask yourself a question. How many times have you relied on somebody else this past year, 2018, to bail you out of some kind of a situation, whether it was a flat tire, whether it was a ride to work, whether you needed a couple dollars for gas, whether you needed to borrow money for bills, or bills just weren't paid, or whatever the fuck it was. I want you to take a real good look at that and just be like, you know what? That's unacceptable. I got to man the fuck up and take care of myself. And, you see these fucking guys, man, they date chicks that pay for them for shit. Like buying them lunch and dinners and shit. Like, what the fuck, dude? Unless you're like a married couple, I don't see a fucking reason for that. That's like real pussy shit there. So, guys, you got to be more self-sufficient on yourself. And that's, for me, it all started with, like I said in the other podcast, it carries from your pockets. The things that I carry in my pockets, knife, the pens, the gun, the firearm. These are the things I use to keep my life organized in a straight direction, but also make sure I don't have to be relying on somebody else to cut a box for me or to open something, or I make sure I always have the tool. I don't need to borrow someone else's tool. If I'm on the side of the road, my bumper comes off, I don't need to fucking call someone that has a fucking wrench. I have a tool in my car that can do it, or a multi-tool, or zip ties, or whatever the fuck the case is. When you run out of gas, I don't want to be calling people for giving me a ride for gas. I have a gas can. Walk to the gas station, get your own gas. And guys, for YouTube, this is for you guys for YouTube specifically. I wanted to let you know that we are not going to stop doing videos on YouTube. This is a separate series. I know I've seen somebody who was like, why don't you separate the podcast videos on a separate channel? But, I don't know. I just don't want to have another channel. I feel like everything should be here. There's something here for everyone. If you don't like it, don't watch it kind of deal. So, and that's just where I am with that. But maybe if I ever get like millions of subscribers, I'll do something like that. But I want you guys on YouTube to know we are doing more videos, gear videos, and videos just for you guys. What I'm doing right now is just the first 3 podcasts out of the way, because iTunes wants 3 to upload to your iTunes immediately. That just works better for you when you upload 3 at once, or 3 from the gate, and then after that it'll just be a weekly thing. So you're not gonna see fucking all of a sudden podcasts all over my channel. So we are gonna be doing. I have a new pack that's coming in, should be here tomorrow. So we're going to do the super sick, badass freaking backpack, guys. Wait till you see this survival 72-hour pack. You guys on podcasts, I will talk about it as well. For you guys, what you men should be having in your survival kits, what you should have in your EDC bag, or, as far as prep goes for your houses, your apartments, or your cars. These are things that you guys should really be thinking about. The world is fucked right now. You got the left, you got the right, you got fucking people. Everybody is just fighting to be a part of something, and nobody really knows what the fuck's going on with all this politics shit. Is Trump getting impeached? Russia, what they're doing, China, and the fucking tariffs in Mexico, and the shutdown government. Guys, it just doesn't look good. So I want you to look and beyond that and get a little bit prepared. I know it's expensive, some of this stuff, but You know, if you start out small and you just start getting little by little, you can really build something.